Hey guys, what's up? David from David and Erin Travel here, and this is going to be a very short, very quick video, but I've run into a situation. I've got, some of you have seen our other videos, I've got a 73 Mustang that, that we have had for a few years, and recently the water pump has gone out on it, or what I thought was the water pump. It turns out, I believe what was spewing water was the connection that goes from the heater core hose into the fitting that goes into the block had rusted away. So I've searched all over and I can't really find anything online about this. But with this is a 73. It's got a 351 Cleveland in it. And most of the connectors that you see, number one, everybody thought I was talking about the connector going into the water pump. This is not the one going into the water pump. This actually is a hose that goes from the heater core into the block itself. And so most of them that I've seen are threaded. And this one, at least this particular year, this may be something common. I'm not a mechanic, so I don't know for sure. But this is pressed in and not threaded. So therefore, I've been for the last week been embarking on this this journey of trying to figure out, number one, what part that is to find the replacement for it. I was lucky enough to find a guy named Don here at one of our local O'Reilly's that that took the time to kind of listen to what I was saying and help me track down what part it is. So I have the part, which is right here, but I had to figure out how to get the rest of that out of the hole that's in the block, and then how to get this one in because it's pressed. So clearly at the factory they've got presses and machines that can do that while the motor is out, but getting any kind of a press into the small area that's there and getting that pressed back in, I had no way to do that. And I still don't know if this is going to work, but I just wanted to show and put this out there for you guys. If anybody runs across this is what I've done. Hopefully this works. It may not. And if it doesn't, I'm probably not going to post this video. So, but if it does, I'm posting it so that people can see. But I'll show you real quick. I'll show you the part that has broken off and where that is, and then hopefully I'll show you kind of what I've done, and maybe this will work. I've got the water pump off right now, so the water pump is still off of the car, just because it's easier to see where that connector is. So let me flip this camera around and I'll show you where this is. Okay, so I'm losing a little bit of light here, but hopefully you can still see. I'll get in here. So the water pump has come off of the front right here, and on the water pump, matter of fact, I'll show you the old water pump real quick, which is kind of neat because this is the original water pump that was on there, which was probably still good. But it goes in there just like that, and everybody assumed that I was talking about this connector right here that was broken off, but that's not the one that broke off. I'll show you. So we'll get back over here, and this port right here in the block is where it corroded away and busted off. So what I have done is I've taken, this is the new hose connector. You can see it's not threaded, but what I've done is I've just taken a little grinder wheel, because it was not going. I was trying to tap it in and you know, take a block. I tried freezing it. I've tried all kinds of things, and it wasn't going in. So I have actually I cleaned out that hole pretty well, and actually took a steel wool brush and got in there and cleaned it out. Actually, to get the old part of that out, I actually took a chisel and real carefully broke away little pieces at it until it kind of caved in on itself, and then I could take some pliers and pull it out. So it took a little bit of finagling, but I did get it out. And so to get this one started, what I've done is just take a little grinder wheel with a little Dremel tool and really kind of just ugly and roughly chamfered the corner of that real quick. I've got about an inch that it needs to go into the block, and so just, you know, as easily as I could, and it's pretty thick, so I mean, you've got a little bit of room to play with, but I've chamfered that just a little bit, and that is enough, I believe, to get it started where I can kind of hopefully drive it the rest of the way in with a wooden block. And I'll put some sealer around it also, so that hopefully that will seal that pressure and the fluids from coming in there, so hopefully it won't leak. But anyway, we're gonna give that a shot and see if that works, and hopefully that will get this car back up and running. Okay, I've kind of lost all daylight here, but move that. So I did get it in. Now I will say it took some persuasion. What I did is I actually took a bolt and put a washer on it and stuck it in the top of that nozzle, just to try to spread out, because obviously if you hit just on this, you're gonna basically just crush it in eventually, especially with as long as it took to do this. So I put that up to kind of spread the impact around on the hole evenly on the whole top of that nozzle, and then just took a cut of 2x4 and stuck it on there. You can see a mark right there, a mark just above where I needed to get it down to, so that I didn't extend it too far in there. But it probably took, I'd say 15, 20 minutes of kind of tapping and beating and measuring, and just kind of making sure it was moving. But it did eventually get down seated where I feel pretty comfortable with the seal around it. I actually did not use any sealer on it because it was pretty tight. And so I think what I'm gonna do, once I get the water pump back on and get coolant back in it, I will check it for leaks, and if it does seem to be leaking from around there, I'm gonna come back and just maybe put a little bit of sealer around the edge there. But it honestly worked, so at least that's progress. That'll get me where I can put the water pump back on and hopefully get this guy back up and running. So, well, again, this was going to be a short video. I just wanted to kind of put that out there because I've been looking for a week, maybe 2 weeks on this to try to find any information about it. Matter of fact, I will put the part number to that in the description if anybody's looking for it that doesn't know how to find it and what to call it, and having problems with somebody looking that part number up. Again, shout out to Don at O'Reilly's here in Searcy for taking the time to kind of dig that up for me. So that's what I did to get it in there. Hopefully this video will help you out if you have run into the same situation. So it's a little bit of a shame because, you know, that was probably the problem all along when it was spewing water. It never hurts to change the water pump out for sure, but for me, I just kind of felt like, man, almost 50 years that water pump's been going and probably was still good to go for some more. So that's all right. It needs to be changed out anyway. So anyway, thanks for watching, you guys. I hope this helps somebody out, and we'll see you guys next time.